Today, we must raise our voices for Yu Menglong once more. Recently, netizens unearthed footage of him attending a New Year's Eve gala during his lifetime. On that stage, his smile was radiant, his eyes were bright, and he looked straight into the camera to give a spirited Happy New Year. At that moment, he appeared so warm, so pure, and so full of hope. But for those of us watching now, we can only stare at the screen through tear-filled eyes. No matter how many times we hit replay, he isn't coming back. Watching these old clips feels like a fresh wound to the heart for everyone who cared for him. The stage lights back then were blindingly bright, yet they were never enough to illuminate the suffering he endured in his real life. Lately, snippets have been circulating online, allegedly showing Yu Menglong confined in a dark room prior to his death, reigniting public outrage. Combined with the photos and voice recordings leaked previously, all signs point to a harrowing reality. He spent a long time trapped in a cycle of torture, confinement, threats, and sheer terror until he was finally pushed over the edge. Tragically, the authorities have attempted to brush the case aside, labeling these accounts as mere rumors. The irony is deepened by the recent scandals rocking the entertainment industry, stories of an official's wife entangled with A-list actors in AI-generated wedding videos, linked to the perpetrators. It only highlights how murky and chaotic this industry truly is. In such a toxic environment, the loss of someone like Yu Menglong, someone fundamentally decent, filial, loving, and resilient, feels even more profound. Now, we can only find him in our memories. Hi guys, Sean here, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into a scandal that never truly saw a proper investigation. Yu Menglong once stood in the spotlight, but what was happening behind the scenes was far darker than anyone imagined. This isn't just about rumors, it's about the questions that were left unanswered. Because you never know how deep this hole goes. Recently, netizens dug up an old video of Yu Menglong at a New Year's Eve gala. On stage, Yu Menglong's radiant smile and high spirits as he wished everyone a Happy New Year have once again left fans heartbroken and in tears. It has left everyone reeling from the pain of his loss all over again. He was so happy then, but now he exists only in our memories. No matter how many times we hit replay, he isn't coming back. Seeing him so young and full of life just breaks me. It's heartbreaking to realize we'll never hear his voice again. This godforsaken, trash communist government is using taxpayer money to murder its own people. The wheels of justice turn far too slowly. My only New Year's wish is for that demonic party to be wiped out so the world can finally know peace. Even though Yu Menglong's life was cut short at 37, the faith, devotion, and love he left behind will remain the most cherished memory in the hearts of his fans. The more I see him, the more I'm determined to fight for him until the very end. Between the pure soul he carried in his bones and the injustice and betrayal he endured, I feel like I have to keep going, if only for his sake. Yu Menglong made numerous New Year's Eve appearances throughout his career. While there isn't an exact count, most of these events were tied to his major film and television projects or his hit music releases, such as Eternal Love, 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, and The Legend of White Snake. Some netizens have also been sharing New Year's greetings that Yu Menglong wrote himself back then. Netizens are heart-wrenchingly noting that he was left behind in September 2025. 2026 marks our first year without him. To everyone who has held on until now, thank you. In this new year, let's keep walking together. Go as far as you can, endure as long as you must. As long as we walk together, the fight isn't over until the dawn breaks. And the dawn will come. We were born as human beings, let us live our lives moving toward the light. Netizens are still grieving the loss of Yu Menglong. After his mysterious and fatal fall from a building, authorities ruled it an accident. with police claiming no evidence of foul play. However, fans and the public have refused to accept that explanation. Recently, the internet was shaken again by footage allegedly showing him being held in a dark room during his life. This has ripped open old wounds. The heartbreak, the outrage, and the haunting questions have all come rushing back. Following his passing, netizens uncovered a mountain of videos, photos, and audio recordings suggesting that Yu Menglong had endured long-term abuse. Lately, rumors have surfaced that he was confined at the 77 Creative Park, located at No 77 Meishuguan Ho Street in Beijing's Dongcheng district. It was reportedly a windowless dark room with nothing but the bare essentials, where at least one person watched him around the clock. The sheer level of suffering he must have endured in that darkness is simply unimaginable. An audio recording allegedly left behind by Yu Menglong has been circulating online. Rumor has it that in his final days, he was moved between various locations and held captive repeatedly, enduring unimaginable suffering. Yet, even in the depths of that agony, he refused to break, using his last ounce of strength to scream for his own life. In the recording, his voice is hoarse, trembling with tears as he cries out, "I've followed the rules my entire life, but ever since I turned 25, you've done nothing but threaten me. Every word feels like a knife to the heart. Hearing it leaves you with a searing pain, as if your own chest is being torn open." This wasn't just a cry, it was the final plea for help from a soul pushed to the very brink of despair. Rumors suggest that for years, Yu Menglong refused to play by the unspoken rules of the entertainment industry, rejecting the casting couch and illicit scandals, which led to him being blacklisted for 3 years. To keep him under their thumb and prevent any escape, those in power went to extreme lengths, forcing him to wear oversized, ill-fitting shoes, strapping him with electronic ankle monitors, starving him, and cutting off all contact with the outside world. Most cruelly, they even used his own mother as a pawn to threaten him into submission. Whistleblowers have even revealed that he was frequently beaten in public by his manager while on set. Sometimes the abuse was so severe he couldn't even get out of bed. It's a chilling image that makes your skin crawl. He repeatedly sent out silent pleas for help through hand signals, his tone of voice, and subtle facial expressions during live streams. But no one suspected that a star who appeared so radiant and charming was actually living in constant terror. When these rumors reach the authorities, they are immediately labeled as hoaxes and claimed to have been handled according to the law. Yet, despite their aggressive censorship and desperate attempts to suppress every voice, the truth only becomes more glaring the more they try to hide it. The doubts in the hearts of the public cannot be silenced. The suffering Yu Menglong endured is too senseless and too tragic. We cannot allow the life of a vibrant young man to simply vanish without answers. At the very least, there must be real accountability for his life. That's why so many people are refusing to stay silent, choosing instead to speak out and condemn the inhumane darkness of the entertainment industry. The inner circles and conspiracies within this business are truly terrifying and deeply twisted. The industry is absolutely revolting, and its unspoken rules are incredibly sinister. The leaks circulating online have moved far beyond the casting couch culture of the entertainment world. They have now reached the corridors of power, implicating the elite in money laundering, black market deals, human trafficking, and even arms smuggling. This is no longer just the tragedy of a single star, it is the fracturing of a monstrous, systemic, industrial chain. It is a crack in the facade, revealing a pitch-black, terrifying abyss hidden beneath the surface of the mainland Chinese entertainment industry. To date, over 740,000 people have signed an international petition demanding justice for Yu Menglong, calling for a transparent, fair, and independent investigation. This is for the sake of conscience, for the life of a young man, and for the most basic human dignity. The loss of a life is a tragedy, but the truth behind that tragedy must not be buried along with him. May the truth no longer stay buried, and may hoaxes no longer be the only answer we receive. We pray that in the next life, Yu Menglong is finally free from fear, free from oppression, and never again feels alone. We choose to stand by him, now and always. The controversy surrounding Yu Menglong's fatal fall continues to escalate, and the all-knowing netizens are at it again. Someone used AI technology to create a short wedding video featuring director Cheng Song and Yu Menglong's manager, Du Qiang. As soon as the video hit the internet, it went viral, sparking an immediate sensation. The AI-generated footage is remarkably realistic, leading netizens to comment on how they look like a perfect match, almost indistinguishable from reality, as if they were a couple destined to be together. However, due to their involvement in the controversy surrounding Yu Menglong's fall, both Cheng Song and Du Qiang have remained under constant public scrutiny. Some have even gone as far as accusing them of foul play, making them the most controversial figures in the entire incident. The domestic entertainment industry was rocked by a massive scandal to kick off 2026. Female influencer Xiaodi, dubbed the national sister-in-law by netizens, dropped a total bombshell. Stepping into the spotlight, she claimed that by the age of 30, she had slept with nearly every top-tier male celebrity in the industry. She went as far as naming 18 A-list stars, leaving fan bases in shambles and sending the internet into a total meltdown. As this massive scandal erupted, people were once again reminded that the entertainment industry is far filthier than it appears on the surface. While some view show business as nothing more than a playground for money and beautiful women, looking back at Yu Menglong, a young man who refused to bow down, refused to conform, and fought tooth and nail to keep his integrity, he now appears remarkably pure, self-aware, and invaluable. Rumor has it that Xiaodi, a native of Zibo, Shandong, comes from an extraordinary background, living the lavish life of a Bai Fu Mei, the rich, white, and beautiful. She has reportedly been a fixture on the fringes of the entertainment industry for years. Since money is no object for her, she has always been willing to bankroll her own flings with various men, playing a truly high-stakes, high-end game. To date, the list of male celebrities she has named or implicated includes, but is not limited to, Lu Han, Tan Jianqi, Lin Gengxin, Fan Chengcheng, Qin Shaoshen, Li Wenhan, Mai Chao, Kai, X-Hu Kun, Wu Minghao, Zhou Qi, Li Yun Di, Zhang Yishan, Kuo Chu Xiao, the big bowl-wide noodle singer, and Chris Wu himself. Every single name on this list is a powerhouse. If they aren't former megastars, they are the reigning A-listers of today. It has left fan bases in absolute shambles. This massive New Year's scandal has completely sucked the entertainment industry into the eye of a storm. Back in 2024, Xiaodi put Qin Shaoxian and Li Wenhan on blast. She exposed them for cheating during their relationship and subjecting her to emotional abuse through gaslighting. At the time, she issued a chilling warning. Anyone who crosses me better be ready for the consequences. Little did anyone know that by early 2026, Lin Gengxin would be the next one to get on her bad side. Judging by the chat screenshots she leaked, she and Lin Gengxin shared a very intimate relationship throughout 2022 and 2023. However, in a shocking twist, Lin Gengxin reportedly went behind her back to have an affair with her own best friend. Infuriated by the betrayal, she decided to burn it all down and take the scandal public. Her fury ended up creating a massive ripple effect, dragging several other male stars down with her. In one fell swoop, she aired the dirty laundry of 18 actors, branding Lin Gengxin as the biggest playboy, Zhang Yishan as the most generous, Kuchu Xiao as the cheapest, and Zhou Qi as the one who treated her the worst. Interestingly, she noted that the only two idols truly worthy of love are Lu Han and Tan Jianxi. Meanwhile, Fan Chengcheng remains the white moonlight, the unforgettable first love of her heart. Xiaodi revealed that Zhang Yishan would always bring home heaps of snacks. Her comment, "I love my young master," unexpectedly sent Zhang Yishan viral all over again. Xiaodi uploaded a photo showing herself lying next to a drunken Lu Han. Although she didn't say a single word, The post ignited endless public speculation. It has even led some to question whether Lu Han was unfaithful during his long-term relationship with Guan Xiaotong. However, Xiaodi personally stepped forward to clear Lu Han's name, insisting they are just friends and denying any inappropriate involvement. Despite her denial, eagle-eyed netizens scouring her past posts have uncovered a trail of clues regarding their history. These findings include matching interior decor, photos of tattoos, and even evidence suggesting that the two allegedly shared the same driver. In response to the leaked information, Lu Han's studio released 2 consecutive statements, firmly emphasizing that they will take legal action against any false reports. They made it clear that they have zero tolerance for defamation or slander. However, the statements failed to explicitly name Xiaodi as the source of the rumors, leaving many netizens skeptical and fueled by lingering suspicion. Based on their leaked chat logs, Tan Jianxi comes across as remarkably humble, almost submissive when dealing with Xiaodi. He was consistently the one to initiate their conversations, and frequently sent her hongbao red envelopes. Despite this power dynamic, Xiaodi speaks very highly of him, praising his hard work and tenacity, and calling him an idol truly worthy of his fans' love. Nevertheless, Tan Jianxi's studio issued a formal denial, urging netizens to remain rational, help maintain a healthy online environment, and stating they would take legal action to protect his rights. As for her white moonlight, her purest, most unforgettable love, Xiaodi, named Fan Cheng. She described him as a good kid and her favorite person from her youth, calling him exceptionally kind and lovable. However, Fan Cheng offered no sentiment in return, quickly releasing an official statement. He clarified that he had only met Xiaodi once and that they were by no means close. Regarding the leaked footage of his private life, his management fiercely condemned the use of surreptitious filming and cherry-picked narratives designed to distort facts and fuel baseless speculation, which has severely damaged the artist's reputation. They even went as far as showcasing preserved forensic evidence to demonstrate their resolve to sue. Currently, the implicated studios have released a wave of denials. Xiaodi has since wiped her social media clean of all leaked content, leaving behind only one sentence: "In this new year, I want to learn to love myself." While the public should take these New Year scandals with a grain of salt, this drama has once again pulled back the curtain on the sheer chaos of the entertainment industry. The Yu Menglong case leaves us with far more questions than answers. Behind the official statements, the denials, and the rumor labels, there are still fragmented pieces of the story that have never truly been pieced together. This video isn't here to pass judgment, it's here to remember, to remind us that behind the blinding stage lights and the glitz of the industry, there is a darkness that is far too often ignored. If the truth remains buried, the questions will only continue to haunt us. If you're still watching this, maybe you're looking for the same thing I am.